Hello everyone! As we all know, working with laser isn't as easy as it looks. To gain the best results, you not only need to learn how the machine works, but also mastering the software is very crucial. Perhaps you used to spend hours editing images, testing the right parameters for various materials, and doing the same tasks again and again when handling the bulk orders. But now, xTool Creative Space has greatly simplified all the steps. And here we have 10 XCS efficiency hacks that I promise will take your workflow to the next level. So ready? Let's get started. When you are working on complicated projects, especially when it has some complex structures or multiple layers, just like this one, the design file is very easy to get messy. You may put your elements here and there, which can turn out to be a complete mess by the end of the day. So that's why we need a better way to organize and control them. In XCS, we have the feature called Canvas. When you click on it, it just pops out another sidebar. Here you can see we just have one canvas, and we can first select and copy the parts we want to move. Next, click the plus button at the top left to add a new slide of canvas, and just paste the copied elements onto it. Just keep in mind that they will be in the same positions as before, so they might end up outside the visible workplace. You can simply drag them back to the canvas. Repeat these steps to create a more organized file. This way, you can keep track of all the elements and nothing gets lost. You can even rename each canvas based on its content for better structure to make it more organized. So in the future, whenever you open up the file again or share it with other people, it's always clear and organized, just like an IKEA instruction menu. Another tip is to group elements by color layers. For example, now I want to engrave. Instead of cut these elements, I can select and right-click on them. And I can choose a different color layer from the options. The color layers will be shown on the bottom left, and if you click on it, all blue elements will be selected. And you can set parameters at once. Since I'm going to engrave these parts, here I will just change the mode to engrave and set the parameters. See how clear it is? Now you can see how each part of your design will be processed and helps avoid mistakes. In laser processing, vector images are extremely important. Whether you're engraving fine lines or doing precise cuts, vector files give you the best results. But most images people have are bitmaps. When you zoom in, bitmaps become pixelated with jagged edges, and it just can be adjusted for cutting. So you will need a tool to convert these bitmaps into vector paths. In this case, you can use the tool called Trace, which is located in the top bar. In the Trace image window, if you want the outlines of the image, you can stay in the auto trace style. But if you need to trace the center path of the design, you can select center tracing. You can make further adjustments with the 3 settings below. A lower fuzziness threshold will create more detailed vector paths with more nodes, while a higher one will simplify the image with fewer nodes. A higher denoising level can result in clearer paths but with some details lost. However, a lower denoising level will include more details but result in more irregular paths. Smoothness changes the level of how smooth the path is, which is also reflected in the number of nodes. But it's different from fuzziness threshold since it only affects how the current vector lines are drawn. But the fuzziness threshold can impact what areas are converted into vector paths. Once you are satisfied with the settings, click Save, and now you have the vector patterns which you can adjust and process as you wish. If you also need to cut this design, use the outline feature. It quickly creates a clean path that's perfect for cutting. When you're working with a new material, manually adjusting parameters can be a tedious process. You could end up testing them again and again, wasting both time and material in the process. To solve the problem, EasySet is the best solution we highly recommend. All you need to do is to select the material you're using and the desired outcome. Let me show you how it works. First, select the element you want to process. Then, click the User-Defined Materials button in the top right corner. In the pop-up window, select the material you're working with. If you can't find your material, don't worry. Click the Material Library button in the bottom left corner to access the full library. The Material Library contains over 540 materials, covering nearly all xTool selected materials. Once you found your material in the library, confirm your machine type and processing mode, then click Open in XCS to bring the settings back to the software. Now, the parameters will appear on the right-hand side of the screen. Select the processing mode you want, for example, engrave. You can choose the desired processing effect. The system will automatically load the necessary parameters. If needed, you can make minor adjustments to fine-tune the results. The EasySet library covers major laser materials including metal, wood, acrylic, silicone, leathers, stone, and more. Even if you are not using xTool selected materials, you can still choose similar materials as a reference. With EasySet, you can quickly and easily find the correct processing parameters, saving your time and wasted material. Give it a try today. Additionally, EasySet will soon allow users to upload custom parameters on PC, so you can also share your own settings and benefit other people in the community. So please stay tuned with us. In traditional laser processing, a simple left to right is usually used. But this method can be quite slow when working with certain designs, especially those with a lot of empty space in the middle. With XCS's auto-planning, it helps the laser to find the shortest processing path based on your design, so this function can greatly reduce the overall time up to 300%, and it's very easy to use. The more complex your project is, for example, scattered designs and actual large projects, the more you will notice the time savings. Plus, it's easier on your machine because this can cause less wear and tear and therefore lead to a longer lifespan. Of course, you can also select the user defining, which allows you to control the processing path in your own way. One of the common challenges in laser processing is working with the irregular surfaces, especially the curved ones. It's because when engraving on surfaces like the inside of a plate or the side of a ukulele, the focal length varies along the curved shape. So unlike working on the flat surface, this requires you to constantly adjust the focus in order to achieve the best results. Now, with XCS's new processing mode called Curved Material, it automatically creates a 3D surface model using Curve Ace technology. First, place the object you want to process directly under the laser head and make sure it's properly aligned. Then, in the software, click on the Processing Mode button in the top left and then select Curved Surface Processing Mode. Step 3. Click the curved surface icon to start the surface simulation. Enter the dimensions in millimeters, then click Framing. At this point, you will see the exact size of the design projected onto the object. If the size isn't right, you can go back to the software and make adjustments. Once you've confirmed the size, click Next to proceed. Here you can adjust the dot matrix density based on the numbers you've entered. The higher the density, the more precise the model will be. Once you're ready, click Start Measuring. The measurement process will take about 2 to 3 minutes, and you can monitor the progress directly in the software. You're free to make further adjustments so that the model perfectly matches your design specifications. Make sure your design is positioned in the blank area and doesn't overlap with the gray sections. Now, you can easily engrave on any curved surface with just a few clicks. When processing highly curved surfaces like spherical objects or the size of cylinders, you often need a rotary accessory. Unlike other software, where any accessory requires complex setups and adjustments, the rotary accessory mode in XCS makes the pre-setups much simpler. Just plug in the rotary accessories, select the dedicated rotary processing mode, and your setup is ready to go. So first, securely install your material onto the rotary accessory, making sure it's properly fixed and can rotate smoothly. Step 2. Focus the laser on the center of the surface to ensure the focal distance is correct. In XCS, click on the processing mode and choose Chuck Rotary. This will automatically connect your Rotary to XCS. Then you can add your design. Don't forget to rotate it so it aligns with the Rotary axis. Next, you can put in the diameter of the ideal result here and set parameters. All done, you're good to go. Since all the xTool accessories are compatible with XCS, there's no need to go through additional setup process. Creating deep relief engravings starts with converting an image into a depth map. But doing this manually can be a real hustle. It may require you to jump between multiple platforms just to get the right result. With XCS's built-in AI embossment tool, you can instantly convert your image into a depth map format. First, click the AI button on the left side of the screen. Next, in the Quick Start section at the top, choose the Embossment option. Once it's generated, you can preview the results and then import it directly into XCS for processing. See, no need to jump between different platforms anymore. Plus, if you are using a F1 Ultra, the embossment mode comes with even more preset patterns that you can use right away. When you need to process multiple similar items, like engraving the same design on 6 leather keychains at the same time, you usually need to manually copy and paste the design onto each object. It's even worse when it requires directions, because adjusting the position for each one can also be time-consuming, and sometimes the layouts might be inconsistent. But here's the good news. XCS's batch fill feature can totally simplify this process. It automatically duplicates your design and evenly distributes it across multiple items, making sure everything is perfectly aligned. This can largely save your time and effort. First, just place the items you want to process on the laser bed however you like. Then click Refresh Background to make sure everything is set up correctly in the software. No need to be too exact here. The software will do the hard work for you. Now, add your design and finish the layout for one of the items. Then select the function Close Shot to help XCS capture the shape easier. Once you've got a set, you are ready for the next step. Next, click on Application, then select Batch Fill from the menu. If you are unsure whether the software has correctly recognized the items, you can choose Frame Out the Material first to confirm the boundaries of the selected objects. This will help make sure everything is lined up properly. Finally, choose Fill to quickly apply your designs to all the items. Not only will this feature recognize the objects for you, but it will also align the design direction uniformly across all of them. Super efficient. If you're using a machine like the S1 or M1 Ultra, which doesn't have a built-in camera, no worries. You can still use the snapshot feature on the mobile version of XCS to get batch fill working. Check out our previous tutorials to find out how to use it. And if you are using P2S or F1 Ultra, you can directly select the batch processing mode. What's even better is that these models also support variable design batch processing, so you can quickly add different texts, numbers, or other details during batch production. If you've got multiple laser machines and want them to work at the same time, XCS has got you covered. XCS supports multi-device, multitask processing, meaning you can control and manage multiple devices at the same time. This is perfect for handling large projects or multiple smaller ones, all without extra hustle. To get started, just create a new project and link it to your other machines. Once you have set it up, you can control multiple devices and run different processes at the same time, all from within XCS. And keeping track of everything is easy. Just click the progress bar in the top right corner to check the progress in real time. You'll be able to see exactly how far along each machine is, all at a glance. The last but not the least, templates. We all know that popular and creative ideas are the key to success, but how do you figure out what designs people will love? And more importantly, how do you quickly learn how to make them? Well, with XCS's Building Design Fund project community, you can easily stay on top of the latest trends and quickly remix and replicate popular projects. Click on the Designs button and you will instantly enter a world with over 10,000 paid and free templates to choose from. Just pick the theme or design category that suits your idea. Once you find something you like, you can either download it or import it directly into XCS. It's super easy. And here's the best part. When you import a design into XCS, it doesn't just bring in the templates. You also get the parameters that come with it, giving you a helpful reference point for your projects. But what if you are looking for a highly custom design and just can't find the exact design anywhere? Well, that's where AI Make comes in. To get started with AI Make, you will find the AI generation icon on the left side of the screen. Next, choose the style you want. For example, you could go with low relief for a 3D effect design. Now, in the description box, just type out your idea in a simple, clear way, and then click Generate. That's all. Very easy, right? With AI Make, you only need a simple prompt, and you can generate ready-to-make designs using over 70 styles. It's like having your own design assistant. Whatever you type, it just makes it. And that's just the beginning. There are so many more features in XCS designed just to boost your efficiency and supercharge your workflow. Plus, we are constantly working to make XCS the most powerful yet easiest laser software, so you can truly enjoy the process of creating. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more XCS tips and hacks. We will see you in the next one.